barbershop conversation, guys, feel free to hit the subscribe button. So I got a question for you guys. Kind of fun, kind of cool. Something I don't normally do, but I'll ask you guys, what would you guys have done? Would you guys have watched UFC 202 or stayed home with JLO? Man, I would say, JLO is still beautiful, obviously, but the 40-something-year-old version, I think that more comes a dime a dozen now. You know what I mean? Because the older the beautiful woman gets, the more vulnerable she becomes, I believe. So to all my 20-something-year-old subscribers, hang in there, because when she gets 45, she won't be as I wouldn't say as beautiful, but her value will lessen because 22 and 23-year-old women beautiful women graduate from college every year. But I was sitting having this conversation. It was like the topic of the day. As you guys know, I go and get my beard done at a salon, and in the salon there's barbers and there's a hairstylist, right? So I was sitting there, and excuse me, I'm sorry, this wasn't today, this was yesterday, and they're having this conversation about some guys say they would have stayed home, and some of the women didn't fully understand how big the fight is. But let me tell you this: if there's a fight on, it would take a lot for me to stay home. It would be. And keep in mind, Casper Smart, I think that's his name. I'm gonna tell you guys two stories that I know of. He's been dating her for a while, so that's not really JLo to him. That's his girlfriend. And they always says, one man's headache is the next man's treasure. You know what I mean? And an ex-girlfriend is her ex-man's headache. You know what I mean? So, but it would take a lot for me to miss it. I would equate Conor McGregor fighting to a Floyd Mayweather fight, so it would take a lot. So I would say, if it's a Floyd Mayweather fight or stay home with my girlfriend, I'm going to a Floyd Mayweather fight. And for me, it's multiple reasons. I'm on the other side of the velvet rope. You guys know my relationship with the Watsons. You know my relationship with Floyd Mayweather. If you're on the other side of the velvet rope at a Floyd Mayweather fight, it's a party. And let me tell you this: JLo will not be the baddest woman there. I'll just keep it as that. You got, the list goes on and on. I wish I could share it with you guys, but I don't want to. But I'll just say this: all those housewives and B-list celebrities, they're at the Floyd Mayweather fights. And they're as casual. If you on the other side of the rope, they're as casual with you as I am with y'all. If I saw you guys at the fight, it's literally just like that. So I would choose to go to the fight, man. I'm being honest. It would, and I love, I'm a glutton for testosterone. So, and I say that as a straight male. I'm laughing because I know some of you guys are actually like, for real? You would go to a Floyd Mayweather fight as a boring Floyd Mayweather fight as opposed to staying home with JLo? But if he put in 5 or 6 years with JLo, she's not JLo to him. She's just his girlfriend. Now, I could see if it was like you have a fantasy date with whoever your fantasy date is versus going to a Floyd Mayweather fight. Then that becomes a tough question. And it's guaranteed sex at the end of the day. Then that's where the rubber hits the road, if you guys know what I'm saying. But I'll tell you guys a cool story about Casper Smart. Casper Smart, I don't know him, but I know his the girls that dance with him. He danced at a club at Boulevard 3 for years, and I saw him dance maybe 5, 6, 7 times. It's not a strip club. It's a, how the dancers go on the club and they dance to the music. He was one of them guys. He's like one of them battle battle type of dancers, you know what I mean? And I would go to Boulevard 3 maybe once a year for like 3 or 4 years, and he was there. And then next thing I know, I see him on the news or something like that, and I was like, hey, that's that kid that was dancing at the at Boulevard 3. And 2, let me tell you a second story about JLO. So I'll tell you guys a funny ass story. I hope I'm able to draw the emotion from this. So anyways, JLO had a restaurant called Madre's in Pasadena, 5-star restaurant. You know what I mean? It's a place where, where you went to take your date, and if you're into drinks and buying a bottle of wine, you're spending $200 on your date, right, for 2 people. So anyways, my date and I are sitting at a table, and we're having a great time. And there's a group of girls and 1 guy, for real. It's about 7 girls and 1 guy. And so we're hanging out, and they're having a great time. I swear to God, they bought 3 bottles. I'm not lying. And they're just having a good time. I mean, a literally good time. And you know how someone is at the table next to you and they're having a great time, and you get so submerged in what they're talking about, you kind of get distracted between you and your date. That's kind of what happened, because they're literally turning up. And you know when and I think the guy was gay, if I remember correctly. So you know you have the flamboyant guy. So it's just hilarious when you're an alpha male and you see a gay guy with 7 girls. So it's absolutely hilarious, right? It's loud, it's boisterous, it's borderline sarcasm, borderline offensive type of shit going on. So I'm sitting there, and so the bill comes. I swear to God, they bought like 3 or 4 bottles. No lie. Whatever they drink, I don't know. Their bill, I remember exactly how much their bill cost. Their bill was like $5.78. It was high fives. Not exactly, forgive me, but it's like high fives. And you know how you're real jovial? And the next second, as soon as they got the bill, the girl said, fuck JLO. That bitch ain't got shit on me. This shit is expensive. They were just having a good time, and they completely forgot that everything costs money. I swear to God, they were digging at the bottom of their purse. It was like 7 or 8 of them. They were digging at the bottom of their purses trying to come up with that bill. And I intentionally stayed to see what would happen at the end of the bill. They didn't leave a tip or nothing. They were irate. Oh, irate. It was one of the funniest stories. Just picture that, man. You will laugh hysterically. I apologize if I can't fully draw the emotion, but literally, they're having a ball. A ball. And then it's like buying I equate that to like buying a table at a club. You realize you got to pay 33% gratuity on your table. You like, hold the fuck up, right? You know, it's like you're having a good time, $500 for 2 bottles, and then you got to pay 30% gratuity. That's how they make their money. So anyways, on top of charging you $300 for a $35 bottle of Ciroc, right, that you can get at Costco or Ralph's or anywhere. So anyways, what would you do? Let's just have fun with it. I know it's not that I don't normally talk about, but you know, it's a guy conversation that you have every now and again. When you do the fantasy girl conversation, who would you rather have? For me, it was Toni Braxton. Like, I was in my early 20s, I was a huge Toni Braxton fan. Let's see, who is it now that makes me? Oh, you know who it is? The lady on Channel 4 News in the morning. Oh, you guys help me. Real brown skin, short hair. What's her name? I think she's one of the most beautiful women in the world. She does NBC morning show in the morning. I can't think of her name, but I see her when I'm running on the treadmill at the gym. Oh man, because they always have it on Channel 4. I can't think of her name, but she does it for me. Let's see, what athlete does it for me? I like Summer, not Summer. What's her name? The girl that hosts NBA pregame show with Jalen Rose. I don't know none of these women's names. I'm sorry, but you guys know what I'm talking about, with the poofed out hair. She's a Jalen Rose co-host, or Jalen Rose is her co-host. You guys put the name in the comment section. I'm drawing a blank. Oh, Tamara from NBC. Tamara something. And the other girl name is Holly, something like that. Anyway, I've yet to see either of the two in person, but they're fairly easy for me to see. If I wanted to see the girl that hosts with Jalen Rose, I can easily attach myself to somebody and see her. But anyways, barbershop conversation, guys. What would you do? Stay home with JLO, or go to a Floyd Mayweather fight? Or if UFC is your shit, would you watch Conor McGregor or Anderson Silva, or whoever he may be? Or go watch LeBron James play one time, Game 7, or stay home? That's what you equate that to. So, barbershop conversations. Something light. Right, we got the Ghost Guerrero tomorrow night. I'll be at the fight covering it. So, anyways, hope you guys had an awesome Friday, and it's Saturday. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.